Is that your message then to Matt and others about this idea that we need to learn to live with this virus? You know, there are suggestions that actually in the end we can't just keep imposing restrictions on the lives every time there's a new variant, considering this virus isn't going to go away.
We are all hoping that at some point in the near future, this virus mutates into a version that's no more severe than the flu. That hasn't happened yet. That's what we all want. None of us want further lockdowns. None of us want to continue this existence. But until we're in a position that we have a good defense all the way from beginning through to the end, we need to take things cautiously. As I say, a vaccine is a brilliant last line of defense. Effectively, that's your own personal goalkeeper that stops you going into ITU. But just because you have a brilliant goalkeeper doesn't mean you should lose your defenders, doesn't mean you should lose your midfielders. And that's what the masks, that's what the social distancing, that's what the reducing big gatherings are. They are the first line of defense that hopefully means that we don't need to get called upon for that last line of defense.
And just very finally, Dr. Strain, you know, there'll be a lot of people watching who may be changing their behaviour, some who will not be and are determined to have as normal a Christmas as possible. It seems very unlikely we're going to see actual restrictions put in place by the government here in England before Christmas Day. What would your advice be, as a doctor, frankly, to people over the next couple of days and indeed over the Christmas period?
So I just want to re-echo what Chris Whitty said, because he gave exactly the right message. You need to decide what is important. If you want to get together with your older relatives, if you want to get together with your grandparents or anyone who's vulnerable, avoid the big gatherings between now and then. Because even if you are double or even booster vaccinated, you can still catch and spread this virus to those vulnerable adults. If Christmas for you is a young couple who are both double or booster vaccinated, you're not meeting with anyone who is extremely vulnerable, then actually get out and enjoy yourself. Because for that small group of people, then actually the risk of COVID for you, if you are properly vaccinated and boosted, is relatively minimal. The last thing is for anybody who still hasn't got round to getting their booster for whatever reason, or their first vaccination, now is the time to do it. That booster is the single best protection that will reduce your risk of ending up in hospital. OK, Dr. David Strain, appreciate your time and your analysis this afternoon. Thank you very much indeed. That was Dr. David Strain, a senior clinical lecturer at the University of Exeter's Medical School.